His take is going to get lots of love, I'm going to believe, from some Celtics fans because it's a Celtic take. I'm going to jump right to the point here. The Celtics are 17-4, first in the East, and it's a pretty competitive East nowadays. With Giannis there, the Cavs are sort of up and coming. Some of the teams have been slow to start that are sort of now starting to get some wins together and things like that. But the something has to be said here, I think. And see, this is funny because we heard a lot about the Celtics last season when they weren't winning games at the start of the season and they got on a hot streak to get all the way to the finals. But they've got two players here. One is Tatum, that's now averaging 30 points per game, and that's up nearly 4 points from last season when he was already having the career season that he had last season. And his sidekick here, Jaylen Brown, is now averaging 26 points a game, which is about 2.5 points more than he averaged last season. And my take here, as hot as the Celtics fans are going to jump on board here, is it's no brainer here. Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the best duo in the NBA, probably potentially since Jordan and Pippen. We haven't seen two players that have sort of complemented each other so well since the 90s, 98 Bulls, okay? And these two, thank God they didn't trade Jaylen Brown for KD. All right, I'm going to do this for years to come. All right, I think we're seeing something special in Boston here, and I had picked them obviously to really. I think I picked them to finish first in the East, and they're sort of riding that wave right now all the way to that top spot.
It is a lukewarm take. I think one of the funny things about Tatum and Brown is we feel like we've seen so much of them that we kind of know what they are. And they're actually probably starting to hit their stride and hit their prime now. The difference is they've been together for at least 5 to 6 years. And in NBA, lifetimes, that's ancient, right? Typically one of them gets traded, one of them has to move on, it doesn't work with two ball dominant players like that. And, in this circumstance, both of them have put their head down, stayed committed, had a lot of success. We're talking about two young players that have been to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think at least 3 or 4 times, and then obviously made the finals last season. You are right. I think that they're the menace in the East that everyone has to worry about. Obviously, last season there were two close calls. There was the Bucks, who were out, Middleton,
Middleton, yep,
and obviously Miami, getting down to the last shot.
yep.
Now, the difference is there seems to be more discipline in Boston, right? So that hot start is not what we saw last season. It actually took them until 50 games into the season to start breaking that 500 mold. So next, Jordan and Pippen. I mean, we're going to need to see that for figuratively six more years.
Few rings, right? A few rings, is that right?
We're going to need to see, in what 2027, they've basically dominated the NBA for a little bit. That a mini dynasty would put them on that echelon quite easily. But yeah, look, optimism for now. I'm not gonna poo-poo that.
So you're agreeing with me that for once, yeah, you're agreeing with me that Tatum and Jaylen Brown are the best duo in the NBA right now.
I would say at a consistent level, yeah. I can't think of too many players. You've got Mitchell and Garland, who kind of share games, as in their injury from here and there. Steph and Clay, if Clay was like this for the whole season. Obviously, Devin and CP are now kind of gone. Luca doesn't have a running mate on this one. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, you know, it's not there necessarily. LeBron and AD, there's not a lot of duos.
You can just agree with me, all right?
Yeah.
Yo, this is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Faz, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.